right. Well, welcome. We're going to dive into a topic that I'm really pumped about and is really key, especially in the current economy and environment that we're in right now. It's grow beyond referrals with a QuickWin agency offer. So you are definitely in the right place if your agency is overly dependent on referrals and you're struggling to bring in new clients consistently. Also, if you've been hustling hard, working nights and weekends, and you're just sick of all the posting, chasing, and networking, this is definitely the right place for you. And you're ready to learn how to grow your agency by working smarter and not harder. So my goal for today is to teach you how to generate new business beyond referrals and help you tap into additional warm revenue sources that you may be neglecting, and I'm going to do it without all the hype and technobabble that you typically hear from most experts online. So it's going to be really practical and something that you can use. So you may be wondering, okay, who is this guy up here anyways? So if we haven't met yet before, my name is Chris Rudolph. This is my family, my wife and three kids. We're originally from Madison, Wisconsin in the Midwest. We love travel, we love adventure, but we also love to serve other people. So this in the upper right is a picture of us back in 2019. We went on a mission trip to Mexico to build a house for this family that you see in the picture. And it's something that totally changed our life. And what we did is we just didn't want to, do this once. We wanted to make it more of a lifestyle change. So we picked up our family in the middle of COVID and we moved to Mexico. And then about a year and a half ago, we moved all the way to the big island of Hawaii in Kona to serve there as well. So that's where we currently reside. Professionally, I'm a business coach for digital agency founders. So I've been doing this just over a decade. And so I'm day in and day out, I'm in the trenches with different agencies. I get the privilege of working with some amazing clients who are doing great things, not only with brands, but they're amazing people as well. So I coach them and I also speak at national conferences and online summits as well. So here's what we're going to cover today. The number one thing that makes it easier to get new clients and bring old ones back, the four offer mistakes most agencies make and how to avoid them, the four strategies to make your agency's offer even more irresistible, the essential elements of a quick win offer, the simple and pain-free method for creating an irresistible offer, and an opportunity for some help from me near the end if you want it. So we're going to start out by talking referrals. So they are the best source of clients, period. I'm not going to dispute that at all. And when you come recommended, it makes the sales process so much faster and easier. So why is that? It's because people buy from people that they trust. And with referrals, that trust transfers immediately from that person or that brand that refers you to a prospect. All that trust transfers from them to you immediately. Now, here's the problem. Referrals can be inconsistent and unpredictable. So you just don't know what you're going to get. You could have a ton of referrals flow in 1 month and you don't even have capacity to take them all on, or you can go several months and not get any. So that becomes a problem. So if you're overly dependent on referrals, you're probably going to experience inconsistent lead flow. If you have inconsistent lead flow, you'll probably have some money anxiety because you just don't know what's coming in month to month. And if you have money anxiety, you're going to feel a lot of pressure to cave in probably two different ways. One is you're going to be more likely to say yes to clients who aren't a good fit, who might not be a good fit to work with you just because you feel the pressure to say yes. And also you're going to feel pressure to lower your prices. So it's going to really cut into your profit margins. And if you have low profit margins, it's going to be harder to hire A players, the top talent that can really demonstrate leadership capabilities. And if you aren't able to hire A players, you're going to be stuck doing the day-to-day work, meeting with the clients, doing the project management, putting out fires, even maybe doing the actual marketing work. So which one of these can you relate to? Be sure to type this in the chat. You can type 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Number one is inconsistent lead flow. Number two is money anxiety. Number three, pressure to cave. Number four, hard to hire. Number five, stuck in the day to day. Why don't you type that into the chat? All right. I'm seeing all of them. 3, 5. Yeah, for sure. All right. All right. But if you get this right, you're going to have a consistent flow of leads and you're going to have a lot more financial peace because you can predict a little bit more of what is coming in. And you're going to be less likely to cave. You're going to be less likely to say yes to clients who aren't a great fit and a lot less likely to cut your prices. So you're going to be able to charge more premium, have higher profit margins, and then you're going to actually have the profit available to hire really quality talent that can actually take things off of your shoulders. And a lot of times, if you can't do that, you're having to check everything and micromanage everything, or you have to spend a lot of time training it. And then if you have those great team members in place, you can finally exit the day to day once they are in place, and you can finally take an unplugged vacation and not have to worry about getting called for every little fire that happens throughout the week. So, which one of these is most exciting to you? Type a number in the chat: one, two, three, 4, or 5. Consistent lead flow, financial peace, less likely to cave, more likely to hire, or number 5, exit the day to day. Yeah, exit the day to day seems like it's the most common for sure. All right, so bottom line, referrals are the best source of new clients, but you don't want to become overly dependent on them. And you don't want to sit back and wait for new clients to come to you. So, how do you get new clients outside of referrals? It's not what you think. It's not becoming a better at selling. I think that's a common thing that I find agency founders, they feel all this pressure to become this master salesperson. And it's like that's not why you became an agency founder in the first place. And you don't need to use 1980s two-step timeshare closing techniques and be sleazy. You don't need to twist anyone's arm or pressure them to do what you want them to do. In fact, you don't have to coerce anyone at all. So, what do you need to do? You need to improve your offer. And a direct response copywriter, he's kind of the godfather in that realm. Dan Kennedy once said, "It's all about the offer, stupid." And I believe this is a really a point of differentiation and something that's going to allow you to pick up a lot of different clients as well. So here's a quick news flash. Most agencies have a terrible and unattractive offer. I've been in the trenches and I talk to agencies on a weekly basis, and this is commonly what I see. So here's like how a typical agency offer goes. Hey stranger, give me thousands each month. I'll run some ads, build some backlinks, and try to generate some leads for you, but you have to close them. Eventually, after a few months, however, you'll make some money, but no guarantees. So if you kind of like, that's if I had to sum up the typical agency offer, that would be pretty close. So the if you kind of summarize that, it's pay first, results later, maybe. Now, if you think of your prospect, that requires a lot of trust. And would you take that offer from someone you just met? If they didn't come highly recommended, or you knew of them, or you followed their content, if you didn't have that high of trust, probably not. So an irresistible offer changes everything. So if you've ever sent out like hundreds of cold emails, you do LinkedIn outreach, run some Facebook ads, or try to dance on TikTok and it didn't turn into sales, with the irresistible offer, you can end up with more people wanting you than you can handle, and you get to be the selector. You get to pick and choose the clients that you want. So here's the power of yes. The more irresistible offer, the easier we get a yes. The easier we get a yes, the more we're able to select the clients we want to work with. And you want an offer so easy to say yes to that they would be stupid to say no to. And without one, you're going to have to hard sell. You might be in what I call a proposal purgatory, where you have all these proposals out there and like no one's getting back to you, or they're just kind of like pushing you to the side, or you're going to have to chase people down. Now, there's two types of agency offers. The first one is what I call a core offer. And this is probably 95% of the offers that most agencies have. Now, they're very comprehensive. They are made up of a lot of moving pieces, and they're designed to get long-term results for the client. Now, they typically come with a contract, maybe they're a monthly retainer, and they tend to be more on the expensive side, and they're really good for referral prospects who, have that trust in you as an agency, or if your agency is an influential industry leader and has a lot of trust from that. Now, on the flip side, a quick win offer solves one problem. You get a quick win for the client. There's no contract. It's not too expensive. It's easy to buy, and it's really good for non-referral prospects. So it's not like one is good and one is bad. You just each offer has its place, and it's all about fit. Where is what stage is that prospect in? Now, here are four offer mistakes that most agencies make. The first one is the offer isn't specific enough. So the solution is to be clear and specific. You want to be clear who it's for and what the result is. Now, here's a bad example of not being clear and specific. Hey, business owners, I can increase your profit with AdWords. Now, here's a better example. If your roofing company has at least two crews, you can get full roofing install leads for $40 each. So see how specific that is? It's clear and specific in that second example. So specificity prints cash, and you want to share results, not processes. I think that's a big thing that agency people love the marketing. We're in it day in and day out. That's why we probably got into it. Our prospects don't really care, and our clients don't really care about SEO or the website or the ads or whatever it is, the content. They care about what those things are going to do for them. So share the results, not the processes. Now, mistake number two is it's just too big and risky. So the solution is to be low risk. A quick win offer, it's kind of like a casual first date. And a great and well orchestrated first date will help you sell more marriage offers, aka core offers. So when you talk to someone who doesn't come highly recommended or isn't very familiar with you, when you throw out a core offer, like a 12-month retainer that's really expensive, it might be really great, but that's like asking for their hand in marriage when they don't even know you yet. So remember, business is all about relationships, and that's why a quick one offer could be a lot more successful in getting a yes, because it's kind of like asking for a casual first date. So here's a bad example of being low risk. So try my 12-month SEO package to increase your rankings. Now here's a good example of how to be low risk. Let's run a 3-day database reactivation campaign for your chiropractic practice and get your first new patients by Friday. So a small low risk decision gets an easy yes. And when you think about this low risk quick win offer, it can run as long as 30 days or as short as a few days. And when in doubt, start small. And you want to focus on generating a meaningful result quickly. It's really about shrinking the size of the ask. And a little pro tip here, it shouldn't be the complete solution, just a smaller bite-sized version. All right, mistake number 3 is it tries to replace a service. So the solution is to be an add-on and not a replacement. I'm going to dive into what this means because you might not be familiar with this concept. So it should add on and not try to replace an existing service. So if they need to fire or replace someone to take your offer, you're probably going to have a harder time selling it. It's not impossible, but it's going to be a lot harder. So if they have to fire another agency or fire or demote an in-house employee, it's going to be difficult to get a yes. So here's the example. Facebook ads are harder to sell than messenger bots. So messenger bots, which are less common, can be an add-on to Facebook ads, which are more common. So here's a bad example of being an add-on and not a replacement. So we run 2x ROAS Facebook ads. Try us and we'll beat your existing agency or team. So I hear this kind of thing all the time. Here's a good example. If you're a personal injury lawyer, we have a campaign for motorcycle cases that add on to your existing Facebook ad strategy. Get your first package of motorcycle case leads for just $400 for 10 leads. So see how that's different? If you even have an existing agency or in-house person, you're not asking to fire them. You're just adding something on that can be an additional benefit. So mistake number four is it's too similar to everyone else. So the solution is to be new and exciting. So it should be new and exciting and not trigger the I've heard that before type of response. So when clients can get the same service anywhere, sales are going to be difficult and you'll have to chase them a lot. Just think about like lots of prospecting, proposals, calls, no-shows, expensive ads. Yeah, no one wants that. So when you're new and exciting, you're the only choice for what they can get. So here's a bad example of being new and exciting. We do SEO for plastic surgeons. Here's a good example. If you're a plastic surgeon, we can bring you more mommy makeover patients by building and ranking your own mini site. Ooh, that's new, exciting. I might not even know exactly what that is, but it sounds good. So here's an example of it for an SEO agency, because that's a lot of times one of the harder, SEO is a long game, so it can be a challenging retainer to sell if someone doesn't have a lot of trust. So instead of pitching SEO to your prospects like, the other 100 plus agencies in their inbox, create a mini website around your micro niche's high ticket service and optimize it for search to get them great leads. So you want to think a little out of the box and be new and exciting. Remember, you're not selling a service, you're selling the results of your service. If you can take away anything from what I'm covering today, that would be it. So Travis Sago said this, as long as you sell to humans, new and exciting will outsell. I've heard this before. So you got to be a little creative and create a little bit different positioning for what you offer. Now we're going to generate some ideas for your quick win offer. So we're going to do a little quick win offer brainstorming session. So I want you to get your pen and paper out or whatever you're taking notes with. And I'm going to give you, we'll move fairly quickly through this, but I'm going to give you a little time with each of these questions to write down some ideas, to generate some ideas for your quick win offer. So think about what small and meaningful result can you produce quickly for your micro niche client. And when I say micro niche client, you might be familiar with the term niche, like a niche client. That's like a specific subset of someone you're going to really target in. So example would that be like, I'm just going to focus my agency just on chiropractors. When I say micro niche, I want you to go a level deeper. Maybe it's chiropractors in California. So you're going to get really, really specific. So what small and meaningful result can you produce quickly for your micro niche client? I want you to write that down wherever you're taking notes. All right, second question. If you only had 24 hours to produce a result for a client, what would you do? If let's say you had a contract for like the biggest deal you've ever done, and they're like, if you can get us a result in 24 hours, we'll sign anything. What would it be? All right. How can you make your offer an add-on to what they're already doing and not a replacement? So think about, the ideas that you have. What could be something that they wouldn't have to hire anyone or fire anyone internally or another agency that would be unique and different that wouldn't be threatening? Also, what are the people in your micro niche sick and tired of doing every day? One of a really effective way is if you can get them a quick win is just to eliminate like something really painful that they haven't got around to doing or they're just sick of doing. Now you don't have to do that forever. That could be something kind of manual and tedious, but if you can solve a problem for them, that's going to build a lot of trust fast. So what are people in your micro niche sick and tired of doing every day? And think about what great results are you already getting for your clients? Think about that. What are you already doing that's successful? How could you package that in 30 days or less? I know like some of those activities that contribute to the results, you might need months to do, but what could you do, right away within the first 30 days or less that could get them a quick win? All right, so keep those notes. We're going to come back as we put together your quick win offer here shortly. So, but before we do, we're going to cover four strategies to make your quick win offer even more irresistible. So, strategy number one is to guarantee results. So, we want to make it safe and low risk to start. Remember, that's a really key concept that we talked about earlier. Yes, it puts your agency on the hook to perform, but ultimately, even if you do something that's, let's say, like a 12-month SEO retainer, at some point you're going to have to perform, or it's just going to be a short-lived contract. So you might as well do it on the front end and increase your chances of getting the client in the first place. Now, you must choose the right clients so that you can deliver. It's going to be important that you choose ones that can, that are qualified and that you can actually get results with. But you'll also get a far more yeses. Like I've seen with clients I work with, sometimes 2 to 5 times more yeses when you have a guarantee in place for the exact same agency. Like they were selling something without a guarantee before, and now they are. And this especially works good if nobody else in your industry is offering a strong guarantee. It really stands out. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about this topic a little later. Now, strategy number two to make your offer even more irresistible is combined value. Now, most clients have more problems than just leads. If that's you're an agency that delivers leads for your clients, even if they get a phone call or a strategy session from your marketing efforts, they probably can't close them well. Now, what you could do is you could offer a complete all-in-one solution for your micro niche. There's value in having one person they trust who manages the whole thing. So here's an example. Let's say you provide Facebook ads for lawyers. You could include sales over the phone training for their team. This could be audio or video curriculum of best practices and examples of successful, closers on the other end. You could print them referral generating gift cards to give out that they double as business cards. Now, you might be in an ad agency, but this is something out of the box that could generate business for them. And you could even throw in a custom engraved set of knives because the decision maker loves to cook. So like a personalized gift. See how this offer is much more valuable than just Facebook leads. So you want to stand out for the crowd, even in small ways, and it will make you the only source for what you do. So if you're a lawyer, just think about it. Who are you going to hire and keep around? The guy who can get a few cheap Facebook leads? There's a lot of people out there that can do that. Or the guy who can get you leads, train your phone staff to convert like a top firm, turn your new clients into referrals, and send you a custom set of knives. If you're a lawyer, who are you going to keep around, A or B? Obviously B. And Pedro Rodeo said this: you want to be a category of one, a niche so narrow only you can fit into it. So you want to be unique and really stand out. Now, the thing is, you might be thinking about, okay, all this combined value sounds good. It seems like a lot of work. Well, you can make a deal for the extras. You don't necessarily have to create, the phone sales training yourself or the gift cards or the knives. You can look at other people that provide that, and it's not that much extra work, and surprisingly, the cost might not be too much, and you can just build that into the what you charge as well. If you do it, you'll get a lot more yeses, and as a result, you're going to have a lot more 10-year clients and less 3-month clients. That's the industry average for like every other agency. And the reason is if you do this not only in the quick win offer, within that first 30 days or less, but if you start thinking this way about combined value, even within your core offer, you give your clients no reason to leave you. So I really want you to think about this combined value. So thinking of your micro niche, the specific target market that you're going after, what all-in-one solution could you offer them? Think about that. What all-in-one, combined value solution that would really, not, let's say you're getting them leads with ads, what other things would really give them an ROI? I want you to think out of the box on those. Strategy three is scarcity. So scarcity exists when demand exceeds supply. And that's when prices go up and people, when the supply diminishes, people act faster the next time. So I want to give you one warning when it comes to scarcity. It can't be fake scarcity, like limited supply of ebooks, selling past the close. I know marketers just ruin everything, but it has to be legit. Now, if it has to do with slots, let's say you're a traditional agency where it's like a done for you agency service, like you have limited capacity built in. Like you can't just work with thousands of clients at once. So that's different. That's real scarcity, not fake scarcity. And it's better to sell out and start a waiting list. So, an example, let's look at a different industry, and I think we can learn a lot from them. So, during COVID, restaurants, they had limited staff and there was a lot of restrictions that were going on. So, many of them switched to like where they're open Thursday through Saturday nights and it's pre-booking seats only. Now, they ended up working really, really well because, uh, you know, potential customers weren't waiting until the last minute to and maybe get distracted or do something else. They were very, when there's limited supply, they were very intentional and really book things up ahead of time. Now, what's interesting is even when the COVID era changed, they kept still doing it because it was really, really profitable, and they could demand premium prices because there was a limited supply. And we're going to dive a little bit more into scarcity a little later. So strategy number four is bonuses. So there's 8 purposes of bonuses. They are to reward fast action, remove the obstacles, accelerate results. You can give them greater and deeper access to you as an expert or other experts. Create an all-in-one solution, combine value. So you can really position a lot of those things that combine value and position them as bonuses. It can dramatically increase the overall value of your entire offer, access to powerful experiences, and you definitely want it to lead to your next program level or service. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about bonuses later as well. So there's 10 elements of your quick win offer, and we're going to go through each one step by step. You don't have to scramble to write all these down, but we're going to break each one down. And when you have these elements in place and are done well, you're going to have an incredible quick win offer. So here's an example of a quick win agency offer. And I'm going to actually drop this in the chat here in a second, but this one's called the 7-day database reactivation. And this is for an agency that focuses in on chiropractic practice. So I'm going to just quickly copy this. I put together a Google Doc that you can copy and paste, and it'll probably really help out a ton. All right, I'm going to drop it here in the chat. If you click on that and you can make a copy and download it, I'm going to be going through various aspects of it, even on within my deck. But you'll have it there, and you can kind of customize it eventually for your offer as well. So that's just an example. So we're gonna build your quick one offer right now here in a short period of time. So first element of a quick win offer is a micro niche. Like who is it for? Who specifically is this offer for? You can look at some of the ideas we came up in the brainstorm. Who is this going to be for? Again, I want you to go even a level deeper than you think. Like instead of chiropractic or dentist, could you be do dentist in the Denver area? That would be a specific micro niche. So I want you to write down who is this quick win offer going to be for? And we're going to be moving pretty quickly through this, but I encourage you not to overthink it. You can always go back and think a little bit deeper on it, but a lot of times something that comes off the top of your head right away can be the winner. That would be the best fit. So number two is the second element of your quick win offer is the problem. What's the one specific problem that you are solving for them? What's going to be that one problem? Again, a quick win offer, we're going to solve one problem for type of person or brand, and we want to get them a quick win. What's the one problem that you're going to solve for them? Element three, result. What result will a client get by the end of your quick win offer? What's that result? And think about it like not in your own technical jargon terms, but what would they call it in their language? What would be common language? Again, we don't want to use a lot of like insider jargon. We want to be really clear and think about what they would call that result. The fourth element is length. Like, how long is it? I recommend between 1 to 30 days, but how long is it when you look at your offer to deliver it? If you think you could deliver it in 2 weeks, maybe build in maybe 3 weeks, just so you have a buffer if anything goes wrong or there's holidays, so that you can under promise and over deliver. Element five is the actual offer. Like, how does it work, and what are the plan and the parts? Now, this is copied over from that Google Doc, that example quick win offer, the 7-day database reactivation plan. And this is what it could look like. It's like here's 3 steps: architect, build, launch. And then you can explain, just a sentence or two of like, what does that really mean? What is it? And then we're going to dive into the parts. Like, what are the actual tangible pieces of that quick win offer? So in this case, in the example, it's database preparation, offer campaign creation, and tech stack optimization. These are kind of like the nuts and bolts of what your offer is made up of. So you want a sentence just like explain what is it and what is it going to do for them. All right, we're on to element number 6, which is bonuses. What will increase value, remove obstacles, or accelerate results? So again, earlier I shared the 8 purposes of bonuses. Here they are right there. Just as a quick review, here's the bonus example on that doc. Referral cards, proven patient offer templates, chiropractic practice marketing assessment. And it just has you give it a title, you give it a money value, and then what is it and what will it do for them? So here's some bonus options. Think of like what tools or scripts you could include some one-on-one sessions if you do live events, different done-for-you services. Another really good one is software. A lot of times you can negotiate like good like trial offers on software, and you can also get some residual income from those as well. But they can start out with those different templates, group sessions, virtual events, audits, personalized gifts, any add-ons to your offer can be your bonuses. So, what will your bonuses be? Maybe pick out like 2 or 3 of the ideas that you came up with. All right. Element 7 is guarantee. How will you be guaranteeing results? So I wanted to give you, I know a lot of times as I work with clients, they kind of like give me the deer in the headlights stare around this time. I want to give you some guarantee examples that you can either copy and customize or can give you some good inspiration. So like if you do the work and you don't achieve X, then I'll keep working with you for free until you do. So that's one that if you're a little more consultative or done with you, that could be a good one. Or a 14-day, no questions asked guarantee, or I'll buy it back from you at full price and give you $10 for a plate of tacos. Now, with inflation, it's probably $20 for a plate of tacos now, but I think you get the picture. Love it or leave it guarantee, or I'll refund your money, but you get to keep the bonuses. That's one that's commonly used with quick win offers. So you might be, I know it can be a big leap to include a guarantee if you haven't done it before. So, how do you know you should offer one? Well, it's totally your choice. If a few in your niche offers one, it can have a really big effect. If everyone offers one, it might have a minimal effect. But you might be wondering, like, what if they ask for the dreaded refund? It's a lot rarer than most people think. Um, Both with agencies, even in those of you that work in like consumer goods or D2C, it's a lot rarer than most people think. If you select the right clients, this will be minimal. So a lot of this can be done on the front end. So if you answered yes to offering a guarantee, which I highly encourage you to do, what will be your guarantee of results? I want you to write that down in front of you. All right, we're on to element number 8, which is scarcity. How will you limit supply and incentivize fast action? So, determining the supply, like for a done for you traditional agency service, I recommend like 1 to 3 spots at a time. If it's a little bit more like done with you consulting, 1 to 10 spots at any given time can definitely work. So, a little tip, make sure you're confident that you can get that number of new clients, great results, under promise, over deliver. And you always want to err on the side of less and start a waiting list. Now, here's some scarcity statement examples that you can borrow or steal or customize. Like I spend most of my week working with my existing clients, so I only have enough room for X number of new clients. This offer goes away in so many hours. Like the first five get bonus X and bonus Y. We start on Monday. Probably the most common, like I can only work with X number of new clients to be able to give each client the time and attention they need. That's reality. Like you probably don't have unlimited staff and really seamless onboarding processes to be able to do that all at once. So it's good to just be real about the scarcity of it. All right, now we're going to go to element number 9, which is name. Like, what will you call it? This is probably the the most important piece of all of these elements. If you get the name right, you can really have a successful uh, quick win offer. If you don't, it can hurt you. So to determine the name, I really recommend shorten to the point, and whatever that name is, it just screams the results it will get. So like if you just said the name and nothing else, you want that prospect to really get exactly what it is, and it needs to be exactly what they want. So I've had clients, especially recently, that have had a lot of great success. Like here are some examples of some quick win offers, like profitable ads. There's nothing, salesy or sizzly about that. It's just like, what do they want? Profitable ads. New patients by Friday. Great. Super Bowl recipe campaign. It says exactly what it is. Virtual event reactivation. So think short to the point, screaming exactly what the results is, and just think about what do they ultimately want. All right, the 10th and final element is price. What is the investment? This is the one I probably get the most questions on. So here's the key. It shouldn't be an impulse buy, but it doesn't require significant approval from business partners or a board or, a lot of higher up management. A little tip is there's a tends to be a sweet spot between $500 and 2,000 that tends to work well, but this is niche and industry specific. I know I was just working with a client and she's in D2C e-com growth space. Like 2,000 just way too low, and a brand wouldn't even take her seriously. So she's up in the $4,000 and $5,000 range for a quick win offer. So this is just a guide, but I have seen some things in this range convert really, really well. All right, so if you take a look at your quick win offer, here's kind of like an offer punch list. If you have each of these elements, you're going to be in really good shape. Like, does your offer give the client a quick win? Is it clear and specific? Is it low risk? Is it an add-on, not a replacement? Is it new and exciting? Can are you guaranteeing results? Are you utilizing scarcity? Is it using combined value, like an all-in-one solution? If you can check those boxes, you are going to be set up for success with your quick win offer. When you have your offer ready, now it's time to invite that to different audiences. So there's 4 audiences that you can invite: past clients, past prospects. These could be, 90 days or more where maybe you met or maybe you did a proposal for them, but they didn't buy. Current prospects, those are people within the last 90 days that you've met with, you've done proposals for, you've had sales calls with. And then colder audiences as well. So what you could do is you could just go through out of past clients, past prospects, current prospects, and colder audiences, like who would be a good fit, and you can make a list in each one, and then we can go in and invite them to your quick win offer. So there are 3 ways you can invite people to your quick win offer. One is you can offer it directly via email or direct message. You could offer a free audit and then prescribe it during the results session, kind of like a good doctor would write a prescription after they do an exam. Or you could offer it directly during a keynote or a webinar. Now, if you'd like some help growing beyond referrals, I mentioned earlier, I want to be able to help you. So I have something called the 6-week agency client sprint. And basically, we're going to create your offer and launch it and help you land new agency clients in 6 weeks. So it's perfect for agencies. If you specialize in any of the above, whether it be paid ads, SEO, web, creative, content, email marketing, those tend to be a really good fit for this 6-week sprint. This is the plan of what we're going to do together. So we'll meet one-on-one to map out your quick win offer and identify the right niche to target. We'll build your quick win offer without complicated funnels to create, and we'll also design your strategic launch plan. And you'll quickly activate your launch plan and start inviting ideal prospects to your quick win offer. So architect, build, launch. What's included? We'll have weekly one-on-one coaching sessions with me. You'll have a weekly step-by-step video modules that will take you through and build the essential things that we need to do. There's also a weekly Ask Chris Anything, so you get to ask me anything during a Zoom session. And then as a bonus, you'll get invited to 2 clients-only masterminds that I run once a month with my clients. And a second bonus is a post-sprint agency growth assessment. So once you have your quick win offer out there and launched, what else to assess, like what else could really help you to grow your agency? Maybe it's on the operational side. Maybe it's developing a core offer. Maybe it's on the marketing side or on the sales process side. So this is right for you. If you own a digital marketing agency, you could be a co-owner or part of the ownership, and you have at least 3 current clients. You're getting good client results. You have positive online reviews, and you just have a solid reputation. You have about 3 to 4 hours a week to devote to learning and implementation of the program. That would include all the meetings and things like that. You got to have a little bit of time to be able to implement. I try to make things. I use a lot of frameworks to make it as quick and efficient as I can, but you do still need some time to implement. And you're ready to invest in a proven agency growth system. So your investment, if you go on my website right now, it's $19.99, but today it's $14.99. So you get to save $500. I want to work with people who are motivated and ready to take fast action. The fact that you're here today means that you took time out of your busy schedule and you prioritize this to improve both you and your agency situation. That's who I want to work with. So that's why I'm offering $500 off this sprint. So it's probably less than what one new client will pay you with your quick win offer. And I currently have 4 spots available. I can only take on 4 new agencies, and once that fills, you'll be put on a waiting list for when that opens up. All right. So what's the next step? If you'd like more information or to get started with this, just shoot me an email with clients in the subject line. This is my email, chris@freedomagencycoach.com, and I'll send you next steps as far as that goes. So just send me an email with clients in the subject line. All right. I know I covered a lot in a short period of time today. So, from everything that we covered today, what was the most valuable thing for you? Why don't you type that in the chat? I'd love to hear from a few of you. What's the most valuable thing for you, or something that you could take away that would be really, really helpful? Yeah, definitely quick win offer. Uh, just being new and exciting. Yes, that's big. A lot of it is about positioning. Yeah, just like let's see, that says, yeah, when trust isn't there, offer a casual first date. Exactly. That's exactly what a quick win offer is. All right. Before we get to time for Q&A, just a few final thoughts. Running your own agency, it's an amazing way to live a life of freedom and just really make an impact. I love it. I wouldn't want to be working with anyone else but people in the agency space. But the journey is not for the faint of heart. If you've been doing this a year or even 6 months, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Here's my charge to you. Whatever you do, don't do the journey alone. All right, so I'm going to open it up for Q&A. If you want to connect, here's my email. or you can connect with me on LinkedIn.